Hey adventurers, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited that you are tuning into today's video. And if you're brand new to the channel, I'm so excited that you are tuning in today. My name is Michelle. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. And as you can tell by the ears, we've got a very fun Disney update for you today. And I hope that you will stay tuned all the way to the end. Okay, so if you have not already seen our Disney video from when we went last month in February, I will link that video above for you to check out. We've got some really cool stuff coming along the way, which I'm happy to share with you because we finally got our magic bands in the mail, which is so incredibly exciting to finally get these in the mail. I will say the sliders that come with these, I will insert a photo so you can see what I'm talking about. The sliders didn't come because they were out of stock, but I was so excited to get those in the mail a couple of, I guess it's been like a couple of weeks now that we got those in the mail, but I'm so excited to receive them either way because it feels so real now. Like we are officially annual pass holders. We have so many great trips lined up over the course of this year and leading into next year. So I will say if Disney content is something that you are very interested in, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we have tons and tons of really great content coming your way, from just the travel day vlogs to, of course, our trips to the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, all kinds of really cool stuff. And of course, I'm gonna make sure to just take you guys along with me. And if there's any kind of content that you're looking for at the parks this year, because maybe you might not be able to make it out maybe this year, but maybe you're going next year, just let me know in the comments below. I would be happy to provide some really great quality content for you guys. So, but with that said, I definitely wanted to touch upon a subject today that when we were doing our research and really honestly contemplating whether or not it was worth the investment to upgrade to like an annual pass, because we live in Georgia, so we can't just we can hop in a car and get there, but it takes some time and some planning. Of course, there's like hotel stays involved. So there's just a lot that goes to it for us when we have to travel to Walt Disney World. So I wanted to just pop on here because when we were doing our research, I wasn't seeing a ton of footage or vlogs about how many fast passes, like what are like the quality of fast passes that you're gonna get about 30 days out. Can you even get a good fast pass? Can you even get a good time? Like, what does that look like? Because the last couple of times that our family has traveled to Walt Disney World, it has been incredibly sporadic. So usually a couple of weeks ahead or a week ahead. This last trip in February, it was days ahead. I'm talking, we bought our annual passes on a Tuesday and we went on a Friday. So we are very spur of the moment, which is kind of funny considering we are big planners in our family. So we wanted to do it right this year. We wanted to really map out our trips, map out when we're gonna go, get a really cool calendar so we can count down to our next vacation. I had to become so organized. In fact, I had to create a Walt Disney World binder. I hope you guys can see it. But I had to create like a travel binder to be able to keep all of our trips organized. So if you're interested in seeing our travel binder, let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to share that in a vlog with you if you're interested, because it's been fun to be able to plan all these trips. I mean, for me, I actually find that planning the trips and packing for the trips are as much fun for me as going to Walt Disney World. It's a lot of fun. So let me know that I'm not the only one that feels that way, because it's just been a lot of fun. But anyways, I'm pulling my notes up now because I wanted to share with you guys the types of fast passes that you can get if you are maybe planning a trip about 30 days out, or if you know it's quite possible that you already know the trips but you're not going to be staying at the parks. You might be staying either off property at a, you know, like a good neighbor hotel, which is what we're doing this next go round. And of course I will be happy to share our hotel room tour with you. Or you might be staying with like friends or family, but either way, you're not staying on resort property so you don't have access at 60 days out to those fast passes. So we were definitely concerned. We thought, can you even get a good fast pass 30 days out? Like, what does that even look like? And so when we were planning for this trip, we are going in the first couple of weeks of April. And of course that's spring break and Easter, and there's a lot that's happening during April. So I was really nervous because I thought, I think there's a half marathon thrown in there too, like a Star Wars half marathon. So there's just a lot that is going on at the parks. And so I was nervous that we weren't gonna be able to get any fast passes at 30 days out. I had no idea what the quality was gonna be. So, but I'm happy to give you guys some good news, especially if maybe the 30 days out fast pass thing is going to be how you navigate through everything, whether you're contemplating getting an annual pass to travel to and from the parks pretty frequently over the course of the next year, or if you're looking maybe after Star Wars Land opens or something like that. But I just wanted to be able to share with you like our experience this last go round, because I was really pleasantly surprised. I'll be honest, I was kind of in shock. And it's because I'm looking at the fast passes we have, and I will tell you, if you guys don't have the like My Disney Experience app, you definitely need to get it, because it has just made planning trips out really easy, and going on and grabbing fast passes, as long as the server's updated and working, it works really well. So but with all that to be said, I will tell you just 100% honesty, we didn't get the 2 fast passes we really wanted, but let's be honest, they're the 2 hardest to get. We really wanted to experience Flight of Passage on this next trip. We also want to experience Slinky Dog Dash, both rides we have never seen before, never seen ride-throughs before. It's just 100% organic for us to be able to experience both of those attractions when we go down to Orlando. So I knew going into it, those were going to be the hardest to get. I knew it might be impossible. And so, but that's okay. So what I've ended up doing, I will say I was really impressed by the other fast passes that we got, because we guaranteed for Expedition Everest, we did get Navi River Journey, and then we ended up getting Rivers of Light. And that's because by the time we get over to the parks, it's gonna be very late in the afternoon. I'm actually going for a business trip, and Orlando is not that far of a jaunt from where my business trip is, so we're gonna make a weekend out of it. And so I'm really excited that we get to do that. But all of that to be said, I had to make our first set of fast passes for like super late in the evening, because I didn't know with traffic and everything else, would we even be able to get to the parks on time and stuff like that. So I like planned like the last set of fast passes available. Those are the ones that we grabbed. So Expedition Everest, like I said, Expedition Everest, Navi Journey, River Journey, and Rivers of Light were the ones that we got for our very first night. And don't you worry, we will be able to still have Flight of Passage in there somewhere, more than likely, because both Travis and me have been able to bypass and not be spoiled of any ride-through footage. We've not really seen any park footage at night or during the day. So as hard as that is, because I think Pandora opened in 2016 and it is it's March of 2019 now. So the fact that we have be able to manage not getting those spoilers has been very difficult, especially when you watch YouTube. But we've worked really hard at it, because we wanted to be able to experience it with our own eyes, like the very first time, and not see it through someone else's lens. And that's just been very important to us. And I say all that because just in case we aren't able to get to Walt Disney World in time that very first night, which will totally be okay. We might be able to get to some things, but not all things. But we still will be able to see, you know, Pandora at night, which is really important to both me and Travis. We both want to be able to experience all of it in the evening. We're doing it a little bit backwards though, because we're gonna see it at night before seeing it during the day, which I think actually might be pretty cool. I'm not really sure, but if you guys have done that, let me know in the comments below. I mean, because I think it's unorthodox, but it might not be. And so what we're gonna end up doing the very next morning, we're going to make a super early day of our park day on that next day, because we are going to end up going to rope drop Flight of Passage instead. So I have done a ton of research. I have been watching every YouTube video on how to rope drop Flight of Passage and the best way to do it. And so I think we're just going to get to the parks incredibly early, which yay for us because we are early birds. So I think that's actually going to finally like help us in our favor for getting up so early. So getting up to the parks by like 7:15, 7:30, it won't, I hope won't be a challenge, because we're going to end up doing, like I said, that we're going to rope drop Flight of Passage. And then I say that because the fast passes we ended up getting for that next day, we still ended up with Expedition Everest, we still ended up with Navi River Journey, and then of course we also got Dinosaur as well. So I was really excited. I was bummed that we didn't get Kilimanjaro Safari. I really wanted an early Kilimanjaro Safari fast pass, which we couldn't get, which is totally okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. I am definitely thrilled that we got back-to-back fast passes for that next morning. In fact, our fast passes finished by 12:20, which is awesome. Oh, sorry, 12:20 to 1:20. So we will be done with our fast passes for the day by 1:30, which means when we go back to that later that night, we're actually going to do a splurge with the fireworks dessert party to see happily ever after for the first time. We've also never seen happily ever after, if you can believe it. So we know that after 1:30 we can actually go online and see if there's any other fast passes available in the rest of the day at the Magic Kingdom. So I hope it's going to work out for us to be able to do that. And then I'm really excited to see happily ever after because I've never seen it before, and we decided to upgrade to the dessert party because fun little fact about both me and Travis, we do not do well with really big crowds, especially crowds where you feel like people are just on top of you. So I knew that the very first time we saw the fireworks, I wanted to be able to see it kind of with some space. So if you guys have done the fireworks dessert party, I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below because we're really excited about it. And then of course the next day, my husband is not very demanding. He doesn't request a lot of things, which is so incredibly nice. He's just very thoughtful and he's just incredibly even-keeled and goes with the flow. And I tell you that because this was the very first time that he actually spoke up and said, I really want to go do this while we're there this next trip. And that is ride the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror and then do the Rock and Roller Coaster and Slinky Dog Dash. So I made sure to work as hard as I could to secure those fast passes back to back. And because that's going to end up being at the end of our trip, because what we are going to end up doing is rope dropping Frozen that morning, which is I think like a Sunday morning. We are going to end up doing like the Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster at night. And so I actually kind of did a Disney no-no. At least that's what I keep reading, is you shouldn't book your fast passes in the evening. So I booked our fast passes back to back in the afternoon starting at 3 o'clock. So, and for that one I got Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, I did get Rock and Roller Coaster, and I got Alien Swirling Saucers, which I think those are really good fast passes. We did Toy Story Mania with our trip back in February, and it was the first time that we had done that. So we thought for this time we're gonna, you know, either go for Slinky Dog Dash or go for the Alien Swirling Saucers. I have a feeling I'm not going to be a fan of the swirling saucers. I can't do the teacups at Magic Kingdom. It makes me incredibly dizzy and nauseous. So we'll see. It'll definitely be an interesting journey, which is why I have it as our very last fast pass of the night, just in case maybe I experience a little bit of vertigo and need to go chill out. It'll be our last hurrah of the day. So, and then what we're gonna end up doing is when we get to the parks in the early afternoon, we're just gonna go ahead and go wait in Slinky Dog, and it's gonna take however long it's gonna take, and we both are just really excited to go and see it, maybe get a little sneak preview of Star Wars Land, because I heard that you can see all of that from the top of Slinky Dog. So I'm really excited about this trip. I'm really also incredibly surprised at the quality of fast passes that we got 30 days out. So if that is something that maybe you guys have been really worried about, not getting those quality fast passes, or the timing of it, don't get scared and don't worry, because I was right in the same boat with you, and we got every single one that we wanted for the most part. Like I said, other than the really coveted ones, the hardest to get, which is Slinky Dog Dash and Flight of Passage. Outside of those two, we got every single one that we wanted. All the other ones, all the other fast passes that we were hoping for, we got, and at the times we wanted. So, and I think that's pretty tough considering it's spring break and it's a half marathon weekend. So I was really impressed. So don't fret if that's in your future, whether you're not going to be staying off you're going to be staying off property. Don't worry, because you will be able to still get your fast passes hopefully at the times that you're looking for. So but with all that to be said, that's our video for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and tuning in, and like I said, make sure to subscribe to the channel if the Disney content is something that interests you. We have a lot of really cool stuff coming to this channel this year, and I'm so happy if you would follow along. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and with all that to be said, I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.